What is up, guys? It's Auto Intern here, and today I'm bringing you a wheel fitment guide for the Type R. We'll be talking about OEM wheels, spacers for the OEM wheels, aftermarket wheels, and tire sizes. Starting off with the OEM wheels, the bolt pattern is 5x120. Wheel size, it's gonna be 20x8.5. Offset, it's gonna be 60. The looks of these wheels are okay, but they have a sunken in appearance into the fender wells, and they're very heavy as well. So that's why people choose to put spacers or even change them out. The most used spacers for the Type R are pairing spacers. They come in 27 millimeters. And here you can see how the Agent Blue Type R with spacers compares to the front Boost Blue Type R without spacers. Now moving on to aftermarket wheels. The most popular size for the Type R is gonna be an 18x9.5. This size is pretty standard. What mostly changes is the offset and the tire size. The most popular tire choices would be a 255/40 or a 265/35. The 255/40 is preferred for those who are not gonna lower their Type R. The wheel plus the tire diameter is about 26 inches, which is really close to the OEM 25.8 inches. It's also gonna fill the gap better than a 265/35. Now, if you're thinking of lowering your Type R, a 265/35 would be the preferred tire choice, since it's gonna give you more room in those fenders to lower the car and prevent rubbing. Let's start with a conservative offset. This would be an offset of 50 in a 265/35. This one is not lowered and it won't rub. Now going for a more aggressive offset of 45 in a 265/35 tire. This one is lowered and it does not rub. Now this next one that I'm showing here is a 38 offset on a 265/35. This one is lowered and it does rub, so you know that anything with an offset of 38 and lower while on any type of coilover and lowering springs, it will rub. In order to prevent rubbing with this size and lower, you're either gonna have to do some camber work or some fender work. Now moving on to fitments for 255/40 tires. The most aggressive offset that you're gonna be able to run without rubbing and at stock height would be an offset of 38. If you go with that same 38 offset with a 255/40 and you go ahead and lower the Type R, it's gonna look really good, but it's gonna rub. There is one more tire size that you can run on an 18-inch wheel on the Type R. That would be a 275/35. The lowest offset that you're gonna be able to run with this setup would be a 43 or a 45, as I'm showing in this picture. And that would be with Max Performance summer tires, because if you put extreme performance, I think you're gonna be pushing it. Now, if you decide to lower the Type R on a 275/35 with an offset of 45, it's gonna look amazing, but it's gonna rub. A popular choice for 19 inches would be the front NSX wheels. These are forged and are light. They come in a 19x8.5 with an offset of 55 and a 255/35 tire. The advantage of these wheels compared to the OEM wheels would be number 1, weight. These are forged and are lighter. Number 2 would be minimal torque steer increase, since the offset of this wheel is very close to the original offset of the OEM wheel. Any offset lower than this would have an increase in torque steer. Personally, I did not want to lower my Type R, so I decided to go for some T37 SLs 18x9.5 ET 43 of offset with a 255/40 tire from Falcon, an RT660. They're lightweight, they have no rub whatsoever, and I love how they look. If you have further questions about the offset, the tire sizes, what fits and what does not fit, I got most of the information from CIVICX.com. There are tons of forums for this online where you can do research and find out what fits. I also wanted to do a disclaimer. I did not touch upon an offset of 35 on 18 times 9.5s, since some people say that it rubs and some people say that it does not rub. So take it with a grain of salt.